Happy morning, my dear children. How are you? And one of our students asked one doubt regarding for the page number 55, unit number 2, and also the question is complete the following reaction. But I am searching that number is not having my phone, and also I forgot the name also. Those I don't know which students is asked the doubt. Once again, please send to me message. I will send the correct answer. Okay? Sorry for the delay. Okay? About today portion to learn about the group 16 oxygen family. Our learning objective to learn about the group 16 oxygen family. Okay. Elements belongs to group number 16 are called as halogen. Are called as what? Halogen. The first element is oxygen. It is the most abundant element exists in both oxygen in air. Okay. Here the group 16 having certain elements having oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and also polonium. These are the elements are present in group 16. Okay, and also sulfur can exist sulfate and also sulfide. Sulfide means we are saying zinc blend. Okay, sulfate means gypsum, etc. Okay, next about it also present in volcanoic ashes. Okay, and having some physical properties. What are the physical properties are everything that is a format in one of the table that you should be learn about the physical properties of group number 16. Okay, that's I think that the page number is 73. Please learn that one. Already we learned about in phosphorus, nitrogen, etc. That some same like that you should be learn the physical properties. Okay, let us we can be discuss about the oxygen. Please all of you take your note. Preparation of oxygen. Preparation of oxygen. Here, the atmosphere and water contain 23% and 83% of mass of oxygen. Here, the atmosphere containing about 23%. How much percentage of oxygen? 23%, and water containing about 83% of oxygen. Okay. Now, how can we prepare oxygen from hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide formula H2O2. What is the formula for hydrogen peroxide? H2O2. Hydrogen peroxide undergoes decomposition in the presence of MnO2. In the presence of MnO2 as a catalyst. Here, hydrogen peroxide undergoes decomposition to form water and oxygen. Water and oxygen. Here have 3 oxygen. Here have 2 oxygen. So make it 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Next about hydrogen peroxide on react with potassium permanganate in the presence of sulfuric acid. Okay, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide formula H2O2 on reacts with potassium permanganate. Here we are taking permanganate ion. Ion we are taking, that is MnO4 plus hydrogen. Okay, plus hydrogen ions we are taking. We get oxygen. And this hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. Okay, hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water, and also we get Mn2+. Water. These are the products are here. Mn2+. Here I have 2+, so make it 2 here. And also make 2 here. Next here, hydrogen peroxide here, you should be make it 5. Okay, hydrogen peroxide, you should be make it 5. So 5 into 2. Here, we cannot balance the hydrogen, so you have make it 5 here. And also you should be make it 8 here. So 5 into 2 is equal to 10. 10 plus 8 is equal to 16. So make 8 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay, clear? Can you write? Then about the what happens is metallic oxide. Metallic oxide. Okay, metallic oxide means example mercury oxide, barium peroxide, potassium chloride, potassium nitrate. These are all metallic oxide. This metallic oxide on heating, what is the product is obtained? Here we are taking metallic oxide means mercury oxide. Mercury oxide on heating. Okay, on heating, we get mercury plus oxygen. Okay, mercury plus oxygen. Okay. Two oxygen is there, make it 2 here. So two mercury is there, 2 mercury. Next about the barium oxide. Barium peroxide, okay? Barium peroxide. This barium peroxide on heating, what is the product here? Ba plus O2. Okay, Ba plus O2. Here, BaO. Barium converts oxygen to form BaO plus O2. So make it 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. About the potassium chloride, what is the formula for potassium chloride? KClO3. KClO3 on heating. What is the product? Here KCl plus oxygen. KCl plus oxygen. KCl plus O2. KCl plus O2. How can you balance the equation? 3 oxygen, 2 oxygen. Make it 2 here. So make it 2 here. And now oxygen is 6. So 3 here. Next about potassium nitrate is converted to potassium nitrite. What is the formula for potassium nitrate? KNO3. Am I right? KNO3. It is converted to KNO2 plus oxygen. KNO2 plus oxygen. Here also you should make, here are 3 oxygen. Here also have 4 oxygen. So make it 2 here. Now 6 oxygen. Potassium 2, potassium 2. Oxygen 2 to sulfur. How it is balanced. Okay, these are the thermal decomposition of metal oxide. Metal oxide is converted into oxygen. Okay. Next about what are the properties. Here we are learning about what are the properties of oxygen. Here, all of you know that one. Ordinary condition, oxygen exists as a diatomic gas. Okay. It exists as a diatomic gas. What are the properties of oxygen? Properties of oxygen. One, it is a diatomic. It is a diatomic gas, okay. And also, oxygen exists two allotropic form. Oxygen can exist two allotropic form. One is a dioxygen. Oxygen plus ozone. Oxygen and ozone. That is O3. Clear? Next about, in laboratory preparation, ozone can be prepared by passing electrical discharge through oxygen at a potential about 20,000 watt. What is about the voltage? 20,000 watt. Okay. That is, in laboratory, ozone is prepared by passing electrical discharge through oxygen in a potential about 20,000 watt, and about 10% oxygen, 10% of oxygen is converted into O3. 10% of oxygen, 10% of oxygen is converted into ozone. Here, what is the color of pure ozone? It is a pale blue gas. What's the color? Ozone, the color is pale blue gas. Okay? At least 4 or 3 points you should learn. Okay? Next about how is oxygen is converted into atomic oxygen. That is, O2 is converted into atomic oxygen. That is 2O. Clear? Next about O2 plus one of the nascent oxygen to form O3. These are the equation. Next about the very important question, structure of ozone. Okay, how we can draw the structure of ozone. The previous video I told you that about how to draw the structure of phosphorus, nitrogen, etc. And also we are discussing more compounds. Now, how you draw the structure of ozone? Here, atomic number of oxygen is how much? Atomic number of oxygen is equal to 6. Clear? 8. Clear? The first station we can be accommodate 2 electrons. Second station. So the outermost electron present in oxygen is 6. Am I right? 6. So first to draw. Here having 3 oxygen atoms there. Am I right? So 1, 2, 3. First to make it a single bond. 1, 2. Here I will make it a single bond. The third step, you should be fill the oxygen number of electron, outermost electron. First to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the outermost number of electron for oxygen. Am I right? For to attain the inert gas, it need 8 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This also we can include 7, 8. Here, this is one is an over. And acquire it my negative charge. Okay, it acquire negative charge. Next step, next oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, next second oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And also, it also acquire inert gas configuration. That is 8. Okay. What about this oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you make it a double bond. Now this also attain an inert gas configuration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, the outermost of oxygen how much electron? 6 electron. That already have it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is for this oxygen. What about this oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About this one. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All are clear. Okay. Next. Here. This oxygen donate 1 electron to here. This oxygen donate 1 electron to here. So it acquire a positive charge. What is the charge? Positive charge. Can you draw? Next about the next step. Same like that. Oxygen, 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 oxygen. Okay. Make it first you make single bond. Start with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each atom contains 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So we give the 6 electrons. Okay. For this oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This also over. What about this oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? Turned out. Now, this oxygen gain an electron from this oxygen. This oxygen gain an electron. So it acquire negative charge. It donate an electron. It acquire positive charge. This is the structure of ozone. Please practice this diagram. Okay. Next about what are the chemical properties of oxygen? If you have any doubt, please call me. I will help you. I will send a video for how to draw the structure again. Okay. So don't worry about that. If you have any doubt, whatever may be the doubt you have, please call me. Okay. What are the chemical properties of here oxygen? What are the chemical properties? Here the first one. Oxygen combines with many metals and non-metals to form oxide. It forms an oxide. What's the point here? Is oxygen combines with many metals and non-metals to form oxide. This is the very, very important point. Here, on the other hand, we can be say with some element of S block element combines the combination of oxygen at room temperature. Some of the S block element combines with oxygen occurs at the room temperature. Some of are less reactive metal reacts with finely powdered and to react exothermically at the oxygen at room temperature. Okay. Next, about what are the chemical properties of ozone? What are the chemical properties of ozone? First one, ozone is a powerful oxidizing agent. It is one of the powerful oxidizing. Ozone is one of the powerful oxidizing agent. It can react with many substances at ordinary condition. At ordinary condition, reacts with many substances. At ordinary condition. Okay. The third point is it oxidizes to potassium iodide to iodine. One of the very important question. It oxidized potassium iodide to iodine. Okay. It oxidized potassium iodide to iodine. For example, the reaction between ozone and potassium iodide in the presence of water. So what are the products happening here? The iodine is oxidized. Okay, we get it. Potassium combines with OH. Potassium combines with OH to form potassium hydroxide. Potassium combines with OH to form potassium hydroxide, and the ozone is converted into oxygen. Okay. Ozone is converted into oxygen. Okay, first potassium iodide is converted into KOH. What is KOH? Potassium hydroxide. Ozone is converted into oxygen. Okay, and this I2 is liberated. I2. How can we balance the equation? How can we balance? Here having 3 oxygen, here having 4 oxygen. Okay, so make it 2 here. Potassium hydroxide. Okay, now the equation is almost balanced. Okay, next. Ozone is commonly used. What are the uses? For the oxidation of organic compounds. What are the important? Ozone is used for the oxidation of organic compounds. Next, about the oxygen uses. Uses of oxygen. Here, all living things need oxygen. Am I right? All living things. And oxygen is one of the essential components for the survival of living organisms. It is used in welding. Okay, one of the things is it is used in welding. That is oxyacetylene welding. And also, liquid oxygen is used as a fuel in rockets. Okay, liquid oxygen is one of the use for the one-word question. Liquid oxygen is used as fuel in rockets. Okay, so the importance about the oxygen. Next, about what are the allotropic form of sulfur. Allotropic form of sulfur. Next topic is allotropic. The previous lesson we learned about that. What are the allotropic form of phosphorus? Am I right? What are the allotropic form of phosphorus? Here, sulfur is included in the oxygen family. Sulfur is included in the oxygen family because the reason. What's the reason means the atomic number of sulfur is 16. Am I right? The sulfur is equal to 16. First we can be accounted 2 electron. Second 8 electron. The outermost is 6 electron. As also oxygen also having outermost 6 electron. It is also included in where? Oxygen family. Sulfur. Okay. Here, sulfur exists in crystalline as well as amorphous form. Here, the question is allotropic. The first point is, it is a crystalline. Sulfur can exist crystalline. Crystalline and also amorphous. Crystalline and amorphous form. Okay. Here, the crystalline form includes rhombic sulfur. Rhombic sulfur. Crystalline form includes what? Rhombic sulfur is otherwise called alpha sulfur. Okay, alpha sulfur includes rhombic sulfur, and also one more sulfur is called monoclinic sulfur, that is called beta sulfur. Monoclinic. Beta sulfur. The two sulfur, which are the two sulfur? Here, the crystalline form includes rhombic sulfur and also monoclinic sulfur. The rhombic sulfur is called alpha sulfur and the monoclinic sulfur is called beta sulfur. Okay. Amorphous allotropic form includes plastic sulfur, that is called lambda. Okay. Not lambda, that is called alpha sulfur. There is alpha sulfur. And one more milk of sulfur, colloidal sulfur, etc. Sulfur, milk of sulfur. Colloidal sulfur. What is about the milk of sulfur? Sulfur milk. Okay, we are saying milk of sulfur. Colloidal sulfur. What is about colloid? You will learn in Chandigarh. Colloid. Colloidal solution. So, colloidal sulfur. These are the allotropic form of sulfurs. Okay. Then here monoclinic sulfur. Monoclinic sulfur containing sulfur 8 molecule in addition to about a small amount of sulfur 6 molecule. Here monoclinic sulfur containing monoclinic containing sulfur 8 and also sulfur 6 in addition to sulfur 6 molecule. Okay, and also it exists a long needle like prism. Needle like prism, and it is called prismatic sulfur. Okay, needle like prism, so it is called prismatic sulfur. Here, then it is also when heated at 96 degrees Celsius. Okay, this aromatic sulfur and heating with 96 degrees Celsius. 96 degrees Celsius, it converted to monoclinic sulfur. Clear? When after this aromatic sulfur on heating 96 degrees Celsius, it is converted into monoclinic. Okay? When the crystalline, when the aromatic sulfur on heating, it is at 96 degrees Celsius, it converted to monoclinic sulfur. And also, it on cooling below 96 degrees Celsius, beta forms convert back to a form. Okay, converts back to a form. That is back convert to its original form. Next about when the molten sulfur is poured into the cold water. In cold water, it becomes yellow. Okay, molten sulfur is in the poured in the cold water, it becomes yellow, rubbery ribbon of plastic sulfur is produced. It is very soft. Okay, it is very soft, and also it cooling. It on cooling, it becomes hard, and also it changes to stable rhobic sulfur. When molten sulfur is poured into cold water, it becomes yellow rubbery ribbon of plastic sulfur. It is a very soft, and also it on cooling, slowly cooling, it becomes hard and changes to stable rhobic sulfur. Okay, sulfur also exists in liquid and gaseous state. It also exists liquid and gaseous state. Sulfur is also existing liquid and gaseous state at about 140 degrees Celsius. 140 degrees Celsius. Here the monoclinic sulfur melts to form mobile pale yellow liquid called lambda sulfur. Lambda sulfur. This is one of the important points for the one way. Lambda sulfur. Okay, what's the temperature? The temperature is about 140 degrees Celsius. The monoclinic sulfur melts to form mobile pale liquid called lambda sulfur. Okay, and also the liquid sulfur consists of liquid sulfur. About the liquid sulfur, here the liquid sulfur consists of 90% of sulfur 8, sulfur 7 and sulfur 6. 90% of sulfur 8, sulfur 7 and sulfur 6. About the 90% and the small amount of S2, small amount of sulfur 2, sulfur 3, sulfur 4, sulfur 5 molecules. Okay, this is also very important. Okay, bottom point. Here the liquid sulfur consists of 90% of sulfur 8, sulfur 7, sulfur 6 and a small amount mixture of sulfur 2, sulfur 3, sulfur 4, sulfur 5 molecules. These are the allotropic form of sulfur, and also it is an important question for the 3-mark question. Now how the preparation of sulfur dioxide. Okay, next topic is how the preparation of sulfur dioxide. What is the formula for sulfur dioxide? SO2. Okay, the formula for sulfur dioxide. Here, how can we prepare sulfur dioxide? Okay, this is a question. By burning of sulfur and burning of oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Okay, sulfur on burns with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. This is already learned in the small classes. Okay, sulfur on react with oxygen, burn to oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. And also sulfur on reacts with 3 molecules of oxygen, 3 molecules of oxygen to form SO3. Sulfur trioxide, make it balance the equation. 2 sulfur, so balance now 2 sulfur. Okay, sulfur reacts with band with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Sulfur reacts with 3 moles of oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. Okay, this is the preparation from sulfur. Next one, from sulfide. From sulfide we are taking, sulfide means zinc blend. The formula for zinc blend is ZN, yes, zinc sulfide. Galena, PBS, Galena and zinc blend. Okay, the formula for zinc blend is ZNS, Galena is PBS. Okay, from this metal having sulfur, so we are commonly called as sulfide. Okay, zinc sulfide, that is zinc blend, is ZNS, or reacts with oxygen. Here the zinc is combines its oxygen to form zinc oxide, am I right? ZNO. and also sulfur combines with oxygen to form SO2. How can we balance the equation? Make it 2 here. So zinc having 2. So how much sulfur is there? 2 sulfur, 2 sulfur. Now how much oxygen is there? 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Make it 3 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. A lot of equations are. One equation is enough for each topic. Already I told you about that. Next about the laboratory preparation of sulfur dioxide. Laboratory preparation, lab preparation. Okay, lab preparation. Here we are taking one of the metal. It's called copper. Copper reacts with sulfuric acid. Okay, copper reacts with sulfuric acid. The copper combines with sulfate to form copper sulfate. Okay, first the product is copper combines to form copper sulfate. Here the sulfur dioxide gas is evolved and also water is also producing. Copper combines with CuSO4 plus sulfur dioxide gas is evolved SO2 plus hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. How can you balance the equation? How can you balance the equation? Here 2 sulfur is there, so make it 2 here. 2 hydrogen is there, so make it 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay, and also reaction between sulfate ions, that is sulfite, okay, sulfite SO3 2 plus and adding 2 H plus ions. What's the product? The hydrogen combines with oxygen. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. Plus here having SO3, that is the loss of one of an oxygen to form SO2. Okay, SO2. This is also one of the preparation. Next about what are the properties here? What are the properties of sulfur dioxide? What are the properties? First property is sulfur dioxide gas is formed in volcanic eruption. That already we learned in small classes. Volcanic eruption is formed due to the excess of sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, a large amount of sulfur dioxide gas is released from power plants. Okay, released from power plants. Coal, oil, and copper melting. Okay, here a large amount of sulfur dioxide gas is released into atmosphere from where? Power plants and using coal and oil and copper melting. Okay, it is about colorless gas. What is about the colorless? Sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas and also suffocating odor. One of the suffocating odor. Next about it is highly soluble in water. Soluble in water. It is highly soluble in water and also about 2.2 times heavier than air. Okay, 2.2 times heavier than air and also about the boiling point is about 263 Kelvin. Okay. What is the boiling point is 263 Kelvin. At least you should learn any 3 properties for the 2-mark question. Okay, any 3 properties for the 2-mark question. Next about what are the chemical properties of sulfur? Okay, what are the chemical properties of sulfur dioxide? First one, here sulfur is an acidic oxide. Okay, sulfur dioxide is an acidic oxide. It dissolves in water to give sulfurous acid. Okay, that is sulfur dioxide and react with water, what happens? The oxygen will combine here to form H2SO3. H2SO3. And also H2SO3 undergoes dissociation. Okay, undergoes dissociation to form H plus. 2H plus. Okay, 2H plus plus SO3 2 minus ions. Okay. Next about the reaction between sodium hydroxide with the sulfur dioxide and sodium carbonate with the sulfur dioxide. That is NaOH and Na2CO3. Sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate. Sulfur dioxide on reacts with the sodium hydroxide. Okay. Sulfur dioxide and react sodium hydroxide, we get sodium hydrogen sulfide. Okay, that is sodium bisulfide, NaHSO3. NaHSO3. Okay, how can you balance the equation? The equation is already balanced because sodium 1, hydrogen also 1, oxygen 3, everything is balanced. Next about sulfur dioxide on react with sodium carbonate. The formula is Na2CO3. Na2CO3 solution. That solution is here adding water. Okay, sulfur dioxide react with the sodium carbonate. In the presence of water, we get sodium hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide here. NaHCO3 plus carbon dioxide. How much sodium is there? 2 sodium. So make it 2 sodium. Sorry, Na2SO3. Okay, Na2SO3. How much sulfur is there? 2 sulfur. Make it 2 sulfur. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Now sodium bisulfite. Sodium bisulfite formula NaHSO3. Sodium bisulfate are reacting and is converted into to form. This converted to form sodium sulfide. Sodium sulfide. The formula is Na2SO3. Na2SO3. And also sulfur dioxide is what? Na2SO3 plus SO2. Here I have hydrogen, so must be water is also here one. How can you balance the equation? 2 sodium is there, so make it 2 here. Now the hydrogen is balanced and sulfur also here also 1, 2. Now everyone is balanced. Okay. Next about the very important point is oxidizing property of sulfur dioxide. Oxidizing property. What are the oxidizing property of sulfur dioxide? It's a very important 3-mark question. Oxidizing property of sulfur dioxide. Here we are taking hydrogen sulfide. The hydrogen sulfide, the formula for hydrogen sulfide is H2S. On reacting with the sulfur dioxide, we get sulfur. This sulfur combines to form sulfur plus hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. Okay, here I have 2 hydrogen, here I have 2 hydrogen. How can you balance the equation? Here, make it 2 here. Make it 2. Okay, now sulfur. 2 plus 1, 3 sulfur. Okay. Now the oxygen is balanced, everything is balanced. Okay. Next about magnesium. Magnesium on react with the sulfur dioxide to form magnesium combines with oxygen to form MgO. Okay. MgO, that is called magnesium oxide plus sulfur. How can you balance the equation? 2 oxygen is there, so make it 2 magnesium is there. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Next about the reducing property. The oxidizing property and the reducing properties are very important. Oxidizing properties of sulfur and the reducing properties of sulfur dioxide are all important question. So you should be take the return practice, only the equation is enough. Okay. Then here sulfur dioxide is acts as a reducing agent. Sulfur dioxide is act as a reducing agent. Sulfur dioxide on react with water okay, it reduces to form sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Okay, one of the hydrogen combines with SO2 plus oxygen to form H2SO4 plus hydrogen combines with chlorine. Hydrogen combines with chlorine to form HCl. Clear? It reduces chlorine to hydrochloric acid. What's the important point here? It reduces chlorine to hydrochloric acid. How can you balance the equation? Here having 2 chlorine, so make it 2 here. How many hydrogen is there? 2 plus 2, and we can be 2 at 2. Okay, now the equation is balanced. Okay, equation is almost balanced. Next about it reduces the bottom point. It reduces potassium permanganate and dichromate. Okay, potassium permanganate and dichromate into Mn2 plus and chromic sulfate. Okay, this is one of the important question. Potassium permanganate. What is the formula for potassium permanganate? KMnO4. Am I right? KMnO4. Potassium permanganate on react with sulfur dioxide. Okay, in the presence of water. Potassium permanganate react with sulfur dioxide and water we get. Here potassium combines with sulfate ion. Potassium combines sulfate ion to form K2SO4. Okay, potassium combines with the sulfur dioxide plus oxygen. That is to form a sulfate ion to form a potassium sulfate, and also manganese combines with sulfate ion to form manganese sulfate. Yeah, Mn combines with the sulfate to form manganese sulfate, and also hydrogen combines with the sulfate. Hydrogen combines with sulfate to form H2SO4. 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 Okay. Then how can you balance the equation? 2 potassium is there, make it 2 potassium. 2 Mn is there, so make it 2 Mn. Okay. Now the equation is about that, and also hydrogen. The oxygen is not balanced, so make it 2 here, make it 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Next about chromic potassium dichromate. What's the formula for potassium dichromate? K2Cr2O7. Potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate on reacts with same like that, react with sulfur dioxide plus water. Here what are the products are obtained? Here potassium combines with sulfate to form K2SO4. Potassium combines sulfate to form potassium sulfate, and also chromium combines to sulfate to form chromic sulfate Cr2SO4 thrice. Okay, and also here hydrogen combines with here not water, sulfuric acid. Okay, here hydrogen combines oxygen to form water. Hydrogen combines oxygen to form water. How can you balance the equation? Balance the equation means how much sulfate is there? 3 sulfate. So make it 3 here. Okay, 3. And about the hydrogen, H2 is balanced, potassium is balanced, and chromium is also balanced, and all balanced. Okay, please all of you today assignment I am giving the today assignment page number 76. That is assignment is about the oxidation property. Next page, reducing property. Oxidation property of sulfur dioxide, reducing property of sulfur dioxide, the 3 equation, and also the structure of SO2. Structure of SO2, right? And structure of ozone. Allotropy forms of sulfur. These are the three questions. The oxidation properties equation, reducing properties. I think that we have three equations, and the structure of ozone, that is two structure. Allotropic form of sulfur. At least you should be selecting any six point is enough. Okay. Thank you all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.